Here are 10 things I wish I knew before I started my health and fitness journey. Let me just say that learning is part of the process. Like, it's been fun learning these things and discovering these things along the way. I'm not like mad that I didn't know about this before. It's like, just, it's part of the journey. It's part of learning new things, right? And these are in no particular order. I'm just gonna be spitballing them. Let's do it. The first thing is that health and fitness is science-based, not trend-based. And there's just kind of a lot of confusion, right? Because let's face it, there's a lot of bogus out there. There are a lot of trends that are just come and go, fad diets, diet culture. I didn't realize how science-based and how science-forward this should be. Like, losing weight is a science, okay? The study of our body, of our anatomy, that's a science. The second one is that this is not a quick fix. This is a lifestyle change. And I feel like this is something I talk about all the time, but that's because it changed absolutely everything for me. When I changed this perspective, it changed everything. I was thinking so short term. I was thinking, okay, just 4 weeks can reverse everything that I've been doing, have done, and then after that, I'll be okay and can still live what I'm doing. Okay, that's not gonna work. I think that that's something that a lot of us kind of think or struggle with, that short-term, quick fix mindset, instead of saying, okay, no, I actually need to change my way of living. What I'm doing is not giving me the results. It's not getting me where I want to be. I have to change what I do, period. Not only for a short time and then go back, because then the same thing is gonna keep happening, right? If I'm only changing things for a short time and then expect to go back to the way I was before, history is gonna keep repeating itself, and it's just gonna be this vicious cycle, the yo-yo diets, you know? That's why it's really hard to have long-term results with those. It's about making those changes in your lifestyle every single day so that it is sustainable, there is longevity, the results that you're getting, you can keep for the long term, and you're not falling back into old ways. You're not having history repeat itself and just kind of keep going back into the cycle. You are making new strides and making the changes that you need to in order to see results. Number 3 is that mental health is the driving force for physical health. Our mind is in control of everything that's going on. It's our mind that's telling us, okay, you can do this. It's gonna be okay. Keep going, keep at it. You're doing great. Instead of that negative self-talk, instead of, okay, you only have like a week left of doing this, then you can go back to how you were before. So feeding your mental state while on this journey was a huge thing that I learned. Just positive self-talk, love myself through the process, because my headspace and my mental strength is really what could drive these physical results. And a second part to that is, if you hate yourself the way you are starting out on this journey, if you're so down on yourself before you even start or as you're going, those negative feelings that you have about yourself aren't just magically gonna go away when you have the perfect body. You're still gonna have those feelings, those insecurities, if you don't do some of that mental work while in that process. Like, your mental state is so important on this health journey. Number 4 is that it takes time and consistency, so give yourself that. It is not fair to you mentally or physically. It took you a year to gain 50 pounds. For you to think that you can actually lose that weight in a day, in a week, in a month, in 2 months, in 3 months. Do you know what I'm saying? Like no, it's gonna take time. It took you time to get to where you were. It's gonna take you time to get you back, okay? So stop stressing, be kind. It's gonna take time and consistency. And consistency meaning, okay, if you have like a month, right, 4 weeks, if you are consistent 80% of that time, then you can start looking at your progress and results and say, ooh, I need to be better. Let's up that consistency. Or, you know, I'm actually doing pretty good. I'm happy with where I'm at. Let's keep going. What you can't do is not be consistent and then look and say, this isn't working. Nothing's happening. I'm not seeing changes. You're not being consistent. So you are not going to see any changes or anything. You have got to be consistent. You cannot get mad that you're not seeing results. That's on you for not being consistent. Keep at it. Keep going. It really does take time and consistency. Put them together, be patient with yourself, and get to it. Number 5 is that not all calories are created equal. This is one that I've always known in the back of my mind, but I just recently have been like studying more, and I did a sports nutrition course and everything, and I'm like, wow, okay. It's really brought it to a new light to me. Because when I was young, I'd have people say like, yeah, I lost a bunch of weight. Instead of like eating a meal, I'll just eat like a cupcake or a meal replacement. And I'm like, oh, that's like interesting. I'm like, okay, but they're like still under calories, so like that makes sense. But I'm like, dude, what's actually happening inside of your body is not good though when you do that. The quality of nutrients and the foods that you eat really are fuel. Bringing it back to the science, just knowing the way that our body uses the food that we eat to help have proper daily function and to help prevent diseases down the road. I'm like, man, that's crazy. Eating more good food, you're gonna feel better in the gym, you're gonna be able to perform better, your joints are gonna work better, like your whole body as a whole is gonna perform so much better, so you can increase your intensity of training, increase your weight, get stronger. Mentally, you're not fatigued, your body's not fatigued. Focus more on the macronutrients and micronutrients of the food you're eating rather than just the amount of calories. But yeah, at first I was like, okay, well, I can just do what those other people are doing. No, that is not good. That is not a good way to go about this. So that was something that I definitely learned. And okay, number 6, this is also one that drill into your brain, okay? You are going to mess up. This is not going to be perfect. There are going to be good days, bad days, really, really good days, and some really, really bad days. I want you to know that that's okay and that's fine. I thought that it needs to be perfect. It's completely linear, like it's only up, but there's gonna be some bumps, there's gonna be bad days, there's gonna be bad weeks, months, and that's okay. I just didn't know that. It is okay. When you mess up, when you have a bad day, an off day, off week, you don't need to start from scratch. You start from experience. You start from where you were and keep going. You've got this. Number 7 is weightlifting does not make you bulky, okay? I feel like this myth has been busted quite a lot, okay? I feel like this isn't something that a lot of people think of anymore, but it's still something that we're trying to break that barrier, okay? Ultimately, it is really hard to build muscle, okay? You have to be in a good caloric surplus. You have to be progressively overloading. Like to get to the state of where a female would look manly, which honestly, I don't really care. If that's your goals, if that's your aesthetic that you wanna go for, do it. Do it and who cares? But the average girl is like, I don't wanna look bulky, I just wanna look toned. Toned. Do you know what tone is? The toned look is muscle, okay? You can't tone a muscle. You can only build a muscle. There are actually a lot of health benefits to lifting weights, especially for women, like helping prevent osteoporosis. It is a great form of exercise, and it's really hard to build so much muscle that you're gonna look a little bit masculine, okay? The average female who's going into the gym and decides to lift heavier, you're not gonna look masculine, okay? I've been weightlifting for years. There's plenty of other girls out there who have been lifting for years. I don't feel like we look masculine, okay? So I think that myth is definitely getting busted, and that makes me happy. Number 8 is that you can't spot reduce fat, okay? This is a myth, and this is something that I wish everybody would know, is that you can't choose where your body is gonna hold on to weight or lose weight first. For example, for me, it's the back of my arms and my back. That's where I lose fat last. That's fine, that's my genetic makeup, word. Spot reducing fat is the thought that if I work legs, I'm gonna lose the weight on my legs. Or if I work abs, if I train abs every day, I'm gonna lose the fat around my abs, and that's not the case. Working out the muscles is helpful because you're building up that muscle, but in order to see that, that's where nutrition comes in, that's where your caloric deficit comes in, to drop your body fat percentage in order to see more of that muscle. And the ways that you can be in a caloric deficit are by decreasing your calories slowly over time, or by increasing cardio to kind of even that out, or you can do a mix of both, which is awesome. Number 9 is that this is not gonna look the same for everybody, okay? Even if we all did the exact same workouts and ate the exact same, we would look different. Like, don't compare at all, but definitely don't compare to people that are not even close to your body type. If you're 5'2" like me, and all that's on my Instagram feed are 5'11" supermodels, honey, I'm not about to grow no 10 inches overnight. I cannot compare to them. Absolutely not. And that gets me into my final and last one, which is don't compare, okay? Don't compare your beginning of your journey to someone else's year 5. Comparison is the thief of joy. I think we all know that. And I wish that there was a more emphasis on how we feel versus how we look. Seriously, don't even worry about the scale. Go off how you feel, go off progress pictures, progress videos, and progress is a lot more than just how you look. Your form could be a huge way of progression. The way that you feel about yourself is huge progress. You working on getting more fruits and vegetables into your diet or more protein, that's huge progress. All of those things, I feel like, mean way more than a number that's on the scale. So Focus on how you feel versus how you look. That wraps up this video. I hope you liked it. These were 10 things that I wish I knew before I started, but honestly, I love learning along the way, so I ain't really that mad about it. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and comment down below one thing that you wish you knew before you started your fitness journey, or something that you like and took from this video. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.